Hey there, gold makers. This is Reckles with Want to Buy Gold Blue, our new series on pet battles, and today we're going to talk about Aki the Chosen. Specifically, we're going to talk about an awfully big adventure, the new achievement with Warlords of Draenor, where you defeat 43 pet trainers with an Elekk plushie on your team. Now, you can also use this to level pets. You can bring a level 1 pet all the way up to level 11 with this strategy. Now, to keep expenses down and keep things simple, I designed this to be beaten with 7 core pets. One of them is the Anubisath Idol. His first ability that we're going to pick is Crush. This does normal damage versus 2 of the pets and strong damage versus Storm Lash. The second ability we're going to choose is Sandstorm. This entirely mitigates Chirrup's Swarm ability, and this is going to be great for leveling pets. The third ability is Deflection. We're not going to use this most of the time, but it's going to really save us versus Stormlash. You have a little bit more leverage on the second pet you choose. We just want to choose a hawk or any bird that is strong versus aquatics. So the great hawk owl, the brilliant Kaleri, the crow will even work. So the first thing we're going to choose is Peck. This is a 100% chance ability that does a lot of anti-aquatic damage. Second thing we're going to choose is Cyclone. When the third boss drops down and goes unattackable, you throw this out, and when he comes back up, he takes damage. And then Predatory Strike, you hit him hard. Enough said. So, let's get into the fight. So, I'm going to open up with Cute as a Button from my Elekk plushie because he is adorable, and why not? You don't have to actually attack with the Elekk plushie. He just has to be on your team, but I like him. So, we immediately open up with Sandstorm, and like I said, this blocks all incoming damage. Alternatively, if you're leveling a pet with this boss, you can use a humanoid, and even a level 1 will take no damage. If you're not using a level 1, you will take some, or if you're not using a humanoid, you will take some damage, so make sure he's at least like a level 5. Back to the original fight though, you just keep Sandstorm up and crush his face. When Stormlash comes out, immediately put up Deflection. That blocks Call Lightning. And then you can either change the weather if that's up, or if you can't, sometimes it's not available, just Crush, Crush, Crush. Crush is strong versus dragons, and so he should die within 3 or 4 turns. And that's fantastic. If he has the Dragonkin 50% extra damage buff and his extra attack buff, you might want to consider using Deflection again. That's the only time I'd use Deflection again in that situation. It's a little bit tricky, but generally just crush away versus the dragon. But here, just bring out the bird and you're good to go. And that's a free win. Alright, on to round 2. So for those of you who may not have Anubisath, I did want to put out a second version of easily farmed pets. So this is the Emperor Crab Moth version. These are both found in Mist of Pandaria. You may have them already. So we're going to use the Emperor Crab using his Claw ability, Renewing Mists, and Shell Shield. The Claw is strong versus critters. We're going to keep Shell Shield up, and then Renewing Mists, and then we're just going to claw its face. That's pretty much it for Chirrup. Chirrup dies almost instantly. Renewing Mists away. You want to keep those up and rolling as much as you can, especially going into the Stormlash fight, because Stormlash will kill you. You can solo all 3 with just the crab, but Stormlash really, really hurts. And especially around the second pet, you start to see that the cooldown on a Shell Shield and Renewing Mist doesn't line up exactly right all the time. So your crab will die, and sometimes RNG will not be in your favor, and Stormlash will have 59 health left over. So just bring in your moth and do a little bit of damage. Now, Whiskers, he has some annoying abilities, especially for flying pets. So just do damage, rely on your strong versus aquatic abilities, mitigate as much as you can, and you'll be okay. That's pretty much the end of the story. He goes down, no problem, unless he mitigates everything and doesn't die. But that's the end of the story for him. There he goes. He's dead. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and share this with anyone who needs it.